Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Simon with AvaTrade, and we're starting our weekly webinar. I'm going to share a few words about myself. I'm a senior account manager with AvaTrade. I started my trading career in June of 2000. It's over 23 years that I've been in this field. I started as a prop trader, trading professionally in New York City for a few firms. And after 11 years of that intense environment, I moved on to do a different way of trading and started to mentor and educate also others. And currently, I'm very happy. I have a great opportunity to assist our customers at AvaTrade. What we do here, I see some new faces. Again, special welcome to you. So I'll explain a few things. I've created this webinar for all of us to be able to discuss specific instruments, and the questions come from you guys. I have another webinar. We have other webinars where we have great presentations and we talk about a lot of things. This specific webinar is giving an opportunity to people, our customers, to ask specific questions about specific markets, any currency pair or a commodity or index or stock, anything that you like to discuss, throw it in by just typing a question, and then we'll discuss it together. We'll take a look at some technical analysis. If I know any fundamentals on the specific instrument, I'll be happy to share with you. Of course, it's all public information. And we have up to an hour to discuss things. So again, sometimes I have to beg for questions, which it's not the best thing. So as long as we have questions, we'll keep on going. And when we run out of questions, we're going to wrap it up. Okay, I don't fake questions. These are real questions, the real people asking. So again, you just type in the question when we get there, okay? Risk warning, you can find a full statement at avatrade.com website. What we'll do here is purely educational. Of course, we don't suggest any trades. These are the channels of AvaTrade that I highly recommend for you to use. You have a Telegram, you have Twitter, which is X now. And I always say it, and don't get tired of it. YouTube channel is my favorite. You have a lot of information. It's updated on a daily basis. So please feel free to subscribe and click on the bell so you will be notified on new things. Also, if you are missing any webinars due to lack of time or anything, you can always find it. We post, I think, all of the webinars on the website. So I know some of you are watching this on YouTube as I speak now. And feel free to subscribe, share, like, write your comments. Anything is important to know, your feedback, so we can improve things. Okay, now I'm going to open the trading platform. And again, any instrument that's tradable on AvaTrade, anything you'd like to know about and discuss and share your opinion or get an opinion of others, let's start. Okay, guys, again, we have up to an hour. We started a few minutes late. And let's go. Who's going to be the first one? Again, all you have to do, just type the question in the questions window. I'm going to read it loud, and then we'll discuss it, okay? All right, we can start. Again, you don't need to raise the hand or anything. You just type the question, and I'm going to read it, and then we'll discuss it, okay? Again, just give you an example. Sometimes people have asked about gold or Eurodollar or oil or Tesla or any specific commodity, stock, or currency pair, whatever instrument you'd like to know about. Let's discuss it, okay? Feel free, don't feel shy. Also, understand that people that will be watching this are going to benefit from it. So feel free to ask the questions. It's going to help a lot of people. Do you do daily live trading sessions? No, but it's a good idea. We don't do that. Live trading sessions, that would be probably a little bit tricky because that would suggest trades. We don't do that. We do educational sessions, we do market reviews, other things, but daily live trading sessions, we don't do that. Okay, Gunnar is asking beautiful question. So Gunnar is asking, the China index has backed down sharply several months now. Should I sell or wait? I'm losing for now. If I understand you correct, Gunnar, and I apologize if I mispronounce names, I don't do it intentionally. So you bought the China index and you're holding it with the losses? Is that what you're asking? Meanwhile, I'm going to bring China. Yeah, it's been selling a lot. And as we speak, it's about to retest the low of Monday. Okay, so again, from a fundamental point of view, China had a lot of issues with COVID. All right, Gunnar, thank you. I figured that you were holding long positions. So when the whole world started to recovery, especially we had the huge recovery in the US market, also Germany did great. We are making all-time highs. And China had zero COVID policy. It's kind of funny because they say it all came from there, but they're the ones that were super strict. The moment there was something going on with COVID, they were shutting down cities and provinces, and so business was shut, and that hurt economy a lot. And I think one of the biggest issues they're still having that with the real estate developers. Some of them declared bankruptcy, some they were not able to pay the debt, and so on. So I'm going to read your message, Gunnar, again. So Gunnar is writing, I bought when they recover from COVID restrictions. Beautiful. It was logically it was a good thing, but we didn't know that it would take a lot of time for them to start recovering. So also there was a lot of issues with the economic war with the states, with the trade laws and everything else. Also, a lot of companies pulled out. I think Apple is currently working of taking their business to India from China. Also the weirdest thing that they're also shooting themselves in the leg. They just announced for the second time that a lot of agency, and I think they're going to come to the point that they will just totally ban Apple products. That's a separate story. It will definitely affect Apple stock, but China is the biggest production field for Apple. So by shutting down Apple from being sold there, they probably lose a lot of business and they're going to get hurt. So again, that's fundamentally, technically speaking, we just broke through this level of October 2022, and we have this is the fifth consecutive month of a sell-off. If you take in the weekly chart, you can see it clearly. This level of end of October 2022. That's where the global market went up, so China index went up with it. But as you could see clearly on the weekly chart, we kept on making lower highs and lower lows, and we're sliding lower. And this level, the 12,000, we've been playing with it a little bit. Now we stopped around 11,150. We tried yesterday to give a little bit of a hope of recovery, and today we just erased the previous 2 days of advance move. So again, it's fundamental, and unless also a lot of investors are pulling out, a lot of companies, a lot of participants in Chinese market, they're really not doing great. And I think it also started back to fundamentals, where the leader of China, he pronounced himself kind of a lifetime leader in a way. I don't know how to legally presented, but I'm just explaining in simple words. So it's a dictatorship, I guess, there. And the Chinese Communist Party is ruling, similar to what used to be in the Soviet Union, I guess. So people or investors or big companies are not really feeling secure. So I think that's also killing the economy there, right? So first things first, if we're falling here, we probably retest this Monday's low of 10,987 and a half. But again, I cannot suggest to you a question was should you sell or should you wait? I can't really answer the question. You probably weigh in losses. But what I can do, I can suggest one thing that, as the one smart man said, that the difference between smart and the wise man, that smart man knows how to fix the problem and the wise man knows how not to create that problem. So again, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but in trading, you need to have a plan before you in the crisis. That means that you should have your way out planned before you're in the position when you lost a lot and you're really hoping and praying and you feel lost. Okay, and I know I've been there. Sometimes I still make those mistakes. It's the hardest thing, to cut the losses on time. But without that, it's very hard to succeed in trading. Maybe even not possible. Okay. I hope things will work out for you, but who knows? I mean, you never know. Things can turn around. Maybe they will invent something that will take the market, Chinese market, to the top, or maybe they just continue sliding until they find a level where the buyers will come in. It's very hard to predict, right? With everything going in the world. Okay. Aju is asking for the forex. We can use Forex Factory. What can we use for commodities news? You can use Forex Factory for anything, I believe. I know, even though it's called Forex Factory, but today's world, you can find so many sources. Some are free, some you need to pay for. Just Google it or try financial sites, the common ones that the CNBC, Yahoo, Bloomberg. There's so many. I can't really suggest which one is good or bad, but anything you can find news also directly with the exchanges, with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and so on. They're all posting the news as well, and other things. Okay. We're ready for next question, guys. We are at 7:20, and we still have plenty of time. So I hope you have a lot of questions. Let's go. Let's move on. Feel free to type your question. I'm going to read it and we'll discuss it. Okay. Like I said, we need questions to keep going. If there are no questions, we're going to say goodbye. And I don't really like to say early goodbyes. So let's come up with questions. I see there are a few people here that haven't asked questions. So feel free. Again, all you have to do is think you came here and you'd like to know something. So ask the question about the market that you are interested in knowing about. And feel free just to type your questions into the question window. Okay, guys? Aju, I don't understand the question. You probably, okay. If we have a lack of specific questions, usually I don't answer these questions on platforms. But I'll give you a short answer. MetaTrader 4 has been in business for a very long time. Meta 5 has some updates. With us, you have more instruments on MetaTrader 5. You have more stocks. And if people that are using EAs or robots, I've heard that that's a little bit of different programming language as well. But the idea is pretty much the same. You can also have customized time frames and other things, and a few tricks that are new to MT5, right? You can Google that and find. Okay. Uh, okay. Gunnar is asking. I trade to learn little and have lost 70% of my interest invested capital during the year. When I look back, I see that I bet 90% on buy. It seems that I have a hard time betting on sell. Why? How am I going to break my behavior? You know, I love your question, and I'm going to answer it because I don't get questions on the markets. But I tell you a secret about myself. You know, I'm very open about it. If you ask anybody that works with me in AvaTrade, they know me as Simon, who's shorting the market. So I totally understand you. First of all, you love to buy, and it's normal because there's a huge percentage of traders out there that don't really know, and if they do, they don't really understand the idea of shorting the market. They just they look at it as investment that I buy or hold and sell higher, take profits. So this is classical way of doing it. So I can't blame you that you don't sell short, right? You buy and but I'll tell you why I like to short, and I get hurt a lot. And tell you honestly, I came to trade in June of 2000, and I came right with the 2000 bubble burst, and the market was selling. So at that time when I came, my first office was in Teaneck, New Jersey. It was one of the biggest day trading prop company. So when I came, and the big traders there, some of them you read about them in the books. I used to work with them. So the first thing they tell you, short everything with 4 letters. So we used to trade only Nasdaq stocks, and they had a ticker of 4 letters only, like Dell, Oracle, other things. Um, so since then, I just have it embedded in me. I like to short. And I like to short for also another reason, that when people panic out, sometimes the market falls fast. And if you have a good entry and good strategy and exit points, that it could be profitable. But I totally understand you. You can stick to buy. Again, I can't suggest anything, of course. Maybe you can talk to your account manager and consult with him. Uh, if it's a behavioral thing, nobody can help you, just yourself. And you can work on it. You know, there's a saying: the trend is your friend. So if you're buying in the uptrend, you should be okay. And if you're buying in the downtrend, it's obvious that you'll be losing. So maybe when you see obvious downtrend, you might try to sell. But again, the risk side on the selling short market, the risk is unlimited. I'll give you an example. If you buy something at $10 and you hope to make money, and it goes to zero, you lose $10. But if you short something at $10, hoping that it will go to zero or to 5 or to 4, so you can collect money, it can go to 100, to 200, to 1,000. So your upside move is unlimited, and your risk is also unlimited. Okay, guys, I would appreciate the specific market questions. These things, I love to answer this thing. I can do it all day long, but this is not the topic. Trust me, I really love your question. Aju is asking, what strategy has worked for you the most, and how many trades you took at one time? I can't really answer the question. I've used many strategies, and through the years, some work for a while, some don't. How many trades took at one time? It depends. When I started to trade as a day trader, I used to trade 250,000 shares a day in average. That was a lot. And then when I moved away from day trading, of course, it's less. So uh, you need to find what's working for you. You need to work to find what's working for you. Again, speak with your account manager. We have a lot of educational things. We have a few of my colleagues are posting great webinars on technical and fundamental analysis and other things. Check it out. Okay, guys. Do we have any specific questions? So far, we've been talking about China and some fundamental questions. I'm sure you have some specific markets that you'd like to know about. So I would really appreciate if you ask those questions. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up as I warned in the beginning. So I'll give it a few more seconds if you come up with questions. And I always say that I really don't understand why people are afraid to ask about specific markets. I really don't have. Maybe you can explain to me. But in any event, do we have more questions? We're about half an hour into the webinar. We started a few minutes late, so we still have time. Feel free. Going once, going twice. No questions, guys? Okay, no problem. I will not torture you, because by doing that, I'm torturing myself. I want to wish everyone great the rest of the week. Lots of success. Speak. All right. Same thing happened last week when I was starting to say goodbye. People asked the question. So Audrey is asking a question about gold. What do you think of long on gold in coming days? Good question, as gold has been in place a lot. The only thing, when I see 2 days move up, making all-time high, and in 1 day it's being erased on a huge candle. It's probably the biggest candle, if not ever, but for a very long time. I see something similar in 2021. So it just tells me that gold is not sure where it wants to go, right? Huge move up, shook everybody. We touched all-time high, we exceeded it on the 4th attempt. And the very next day we sold. So pretty much week up, week down, and now we're sitting at the bottom here. So that's technical part of it. But as you know, gold is reacting to the markets as safe haven. So if the markets are going up, the gold is not really experiencing a lot of excitement because everybody likes a risk on like we're having now. If you take a look at the US markets, they've been making all-time highs. I'm just going to bring you S&Ps vertical, right? Dow Jones as well. So as long as the market is continues higher, maybe gold will have difficulties going. Also, we need to pay attention to what dollar index is doing. You see, if market wasn't going up and dollar is selling, gold would be probably much higher now. But because of money, people like to make money. They like to make it fast and quick and a lot. So as the market is running, that attracts a lot of investors into the equity markets. So another thing, we have announcements. We have, I think, on Thursday, just tomorrow, we have, if you follow economic calendar, there's something that the Feds are really paying attention to. And there are a few events or few announcements coming tomorrow. One is the personal consumption expenditure prices. That's a kind of a inflational instrument that the Feds are paying attention to. So definitely that's something that will bring some mood to the market as far as what the Feds are doing, and the whole focus is when they're going to start cutting rates. So when they start cutting rates, we will be affecting, of course, the markets and the gold and the US dollar. So maybe that will trigger something. And we are heading to the end of the year, so that also has influence on all the markets. So let's see what happens there. All right. Did I wake you up, guys? Do you have another question? We still have time. So if I start saying goodbye for the second time, I'm probably not going to come back. So use that as the advantage. So I'll give it 2 more seconds. If you have a question, please type it in. Don't do it from guilt. Don't do it to please anyone. Do it because you'd like to know it. All right. No questions. Oh, we do one. Anyone? No. Okay. Guys, thank you for your questions. We should be back next week. Let's see. It's not a holiday, right? No, we should be back next Wednesday. And enjoy the holidays. Happy New Year to all. And if you have questions, specific questions, address it with your account managers, address it with our support if you need to. And again, feel free to use our channels, subscribe, share, write your comments. Thank you very much. All the best.